Hey everybody, Tim Bartz here, Ford Video Guy, with a video. Kind of want to start doing. I've recently been with this YouTube channel here, been wanting to do some vlogging with it. I don't go on a lot of trips, so you probably won't see a lot of vlogging there. But we are going to this year hit a bunch of the different auto shows. So here we are going to vlog some of those, the travels, that kind of stuff, and we'll do some clips from the different auto shows that we're going to do. Might get into some other stuff, but with this video too, I want to kind of give you my take on things. On Lon MacArthur's YouTube channel, I really, unless you're a member, you don't really get to see some of the insights that I have. And so I'm going to do some of those things here as well. And one of the things that is on my mind recently is EV, electrified vehicles, right? And I kind of want to, you see news out there and people talking about certain things, and I want to do another video on another topic when it comes to some of the Ford vehicles and what's happening with the Bronco. But in this video, I want to talk about EV. I want to talk about what the news that Tesla's come out with recently. So if you like videos like this, I guess is where I'm getting. If you like type of videos like this, where you kind of get my take on things and want to know my opinion or somebody else's opinion out there, because there's other people doing the same thing and something similar to that, then you might like this channel. Hit that red subscribe button down below so you can subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. You'll stay notified when we have another video. And probably on this channel, probably only have about one video a week on this, but probably every Sunday or Monday, I'm going to try to release a video that kind of goes, that does something like this. Just me kind of talking to you and telling you some different things, or a vlogging experience, one or the other each week. So probably, not a lot of video content here, but some. If you want some other content, Ford content, check out our Lon MacArthur channel. I've done over 1,000 videos over there for them. Do a weekly live stream. I'm also on Facebook Live, but on the YouTube Live on Tuesday night on that channel too. So definitely make sure you're subscribed to both. If you're not subscribed, it's first seeing this, don't even know who's this Ford Video Guy, who's this Tim Bartz, check out our Lon MacArthur channel as well. That's one I do for the dealership, in which this is where I'm at now, but I'm actually past my time. I'm actually just due off 30 minutes ago, and I said, I'm gonna do this here because I have better lighting, camera, and everything here with a microphone than I have at home. So I'm just gonna record some of these videos in the evening, Saturday afternoon. Dealership's still open, but I actually work 6 days a week, so I'm actually over my hours. So I'm actually doing this in my own time. So here we are, and actually, technically, this is my camera mic that I pay for anyway. So here we are. We got a little blurriness going there. I thought I had it on. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're going to talk about this. So I want to talk about electrified vehicles. So we did see recently Tesla has introduced this where they lowered the price, right? Hey, we lowered our prices on the Model 3, on the Model Y. Now we're under that tax credit. So I'd like, oh, wow. Okay. Ford needs to do something too, because when you look over at the Mach-E, you're looking at it and going, what is this? There's no way. How can, Ford do this? Right now, you can't get a Mach-E under 55. Well, you can. A lot of people don't think you can. It may not be what you want, but you can. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. We're going to actually go to some different different models here for this, but you can get one. As you can see, Mach-E, there is one that's under $47,000 actually. So the cheapest Mach-E you can get is $47,000, and we'll actually build out some options here and let you look at that and compare it to it. There are some people that want to go, hey, I don't want Tesla, maybe I want, a Ford Mach-E, but it's too expensive, right? So you can get that, and you probably, I don't know how quick you can get this. They are showing actually this to be delivered in 30 to 35 weeks, whereas it's saying a premium 18 weeks, Route 1. Anyway, so there you go. But you do have a premium at $55,000. Right, and I actually was playing around with it. I went extended range. That's how you get there. But we'll talk about that in a second. But let's go back over and talk about Tesla for a second, and let's build this out now. And we'll say this: Tesla's Model Y, their standard is a 330-mile range, so that's their extended range battery, and it's all-wheel drive. So give them that much for this. I think they're doing pretty good. It starts out $52,990, right? And then they're showing you up here, hey, this qualifies for tax credit. It has to stay under $55,000 though. Keep that in mind. Unless you go to the 7-passenger, and we'll talk about that as well. So Tesla here, actually, only the second time I've been on Tesla's website. The first time was to research this a little bit. So I haven't spent a lot of time on here because I didn't really want a Tesla. I really wanted a Ford vehicle. So here we go. So if you look, we do have dual motor, all-wheel drive, standard. The long range is standard as well. If you go to the performance, it's over the cap. Just so you know that. So let's move on down. We'll keep with that there. Now, their paint colors, $1,000, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 to go with the red. So I mean, we'll stick with the white, and that's why we probably see only white Teslas on the road right now. Is because it's the only one that's free. You can't get any other color that doesn't cost extra. So pearl white, multi-coat, up to multi-coat anyway. And then you do have some optional wheels. Again, $2,000 for their optional wheel. So we'll stay with the standard wheel. Hitch, probably not going to tow with this too much. We'll leave that hitch off. And we're looking down here. We have black interior, or we have the white interior. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with the. We'll stay with the black. I don't like white interiors. But anyway, so there you go. That is what that's going to look like. So we still haven't gone now. There is the 7-passenger seating. If you go to that 7-passenger seating gives you the third row, and that does bump you. From what I understand, I believe that bumps it to the $80,000 price range and keeps you under the cap for that tax credit. So, and when we go to 7-passenger, it goes to $56,990, which isn't. It's over the 55, but I think. And maybe you have to go to the performance edition to get that. I can't remember. Somebody can let me know down in the comments on this, but let's stay with this because we're going to keep under 55 here. And they're autopilot though. This is the one where, you know, it does the hands-free driving and even does the switching lanes for you, that kind of thing. So not sure how it knew it needed to turn there and not keep going straight on that one. But anyway, so it does have auto park as well, the summon, smart summon. But that is, you know, their version of Ford has a hands-free driving. There's this auto lane change, things like that. It kind of shows you some of these technologies. Auto park. Actually did see a video where somebody did this with a Tesla and Mach-E and such. They could not get it to park like that. So, so anyway, so there you go. And there's your smart summons. So I think it brings it up to you. Pretty cool. Ford doesn't have anything like this. So I'd love to know if you have a Tesla out there. If you use the smart summon, does it work? I'd love to know. There you go. Anyway, so there you go. So, sorry, I got looking at that. But if you add 6,000 to it, you add that, now you're over your 55 cap. So you can't have this technology if you want to get the tax credit. So definitely not the self-driving, which, man, that all adds enough features. I think you could probably handle the rest of this without needing it. But anyway, so you can't add any of those. If you want any kind of wall chargers, you could add those. Those would still be under that range. It actually is updating the price. So it'd be kind of nice if they could. There you go. So I guess you got to click on it. Oh no, it's still not. Still hasn't updated the price. Well, we'll get to that part. Anyway, so go down here. Now continue to payments. Now we got the updated price. Now you're 54.6. So you could add the charging and the chargers and everything, and now you're under 55, but not with the not without the autopilot and that kind of thing. So there you go. It does say autopilot 30-day premium connectivity trial. So the question is, can you get it? Can you sign up for it afterwards so you can get the tax credit, right? Get the tax credit, right? And then add that later. Because Ford does. Ford on their Blue Cruise, you can actually sign up. You get the, on their select, you get the standard, and then you can get it. So it says autopilot included in here, but I think it's just for 30 days. And then after that, maybe you can sign up for it. I'm not sure. So that's a good question. Let's go back to this again. First time really being in here, so doing this. So, so let's go down here to the autopilot feature details. So while driving, it tells you all about it, but it doesn't tell you. I assume you're paying in advance for it. I'd assume because it's saying comes with it. The autopilot comes with it. Oh, this is enhanced autopilot. Okay, so that is something, because that's something that I was looking at and saying, okay, well, you don't even get the autopilot. But now that I look at this a little bit further, which I didn't see the other night when I was looking at this, that you get autopilot, 30-day connectivity trial, and then from there. So that's a pretty good deal right there. Got to commend them on that. Now let's compare it to the Mach-E over here. So we do have the Select that's even cheaper. You can go that route, and so you do have that version. Now with this though, you do get the Blue Cruise 1.2, which does the lane change, does the reposition in the lane, that kind of stuff, as well as the Blue Cruise hands-free driving. But you only get a 90-day trial for that. But then after that, you can sign up for it. But let's click on this for a second. And you have a couple of different versions. You can go all-wheel drive, standard range though. So you can have all-wheel drive. That gives you the dual motor all-wheel drive system. And let's say we have more color options though. I mean, at least we have more than just white. I say it's not like I work for Ford. But you do have some color options, some fun colors. Vapor Blue, by the way, is beautiful in person. If you haven't seen it, it looks so good. This doesn't do it justice. Anyway, so if you chose that, and go down, I think we're still under 50 even. We haven't even gotten to the starting price of the other. But also, you can see that range, right? There's the killer. For Ford is we need that range. We need an extended range all-wheel drive to be in that 50 to 55 range is what we need. So moving up, we do have the mobile cord, full activation of Blue Cruise. So, okay, so you don't have the full, you get it for 3 months. So if you want the full activation, you pay it in advance, your $2,000, right? So there you go, full activation, more details. So there you go, you get it. It says includes 3-year connected service plan. After that, you do have to pay for it. I do that with my Lightning as well. So there you go, and so that is the new feature. So if you look, it'll tell us there what all it includes. Blue Cruise, with it's the 1.2 version, so you do have not only the hands-free driving, but now it has the new repositions you in your lane. So instead of keeping in center lane, if there's somebody hugging that line, it'll reposition you over. Also, you just use a turn signal to switch lanes. So it doesn't switch the lanes for you. You know, when you think about Teslas, I don't know if I want them choosing, you know, especially if you have, let's say you're on a 3-lane highway, right? And you're in that middle lane and it chooses to go to the left lane. Well, what if you need to turn pretty soon, right? And I guess if you have your navigation on, it would know that and maybe pick the right lane for that purpose. But I don't know. I guess I'd rather dictate where I want that to go than to have the vehicle do that for me. But I don't know. And I've never driven a Tesla with that, so I can't really, you know, point that out or talk about that. But here you go. You get the Blue Cruise repositions. You use a turn signal now. That's the newest version of that. Oh, that's that 1.2, as well as it does have the speed when you're coming up to a turn, speed dependent assist, or something like that. So basically means that if you're coming to a curve and the Blue Cruise can't handle that curve without you taking over, then it's going to slow the vehicle down so it can handle the curve and then keep going. So I like those 3 features adding to it. I know it's not as extensive as some of Tesla's, but I've also seen a lot of Teslas ruining vehicles, and I haven't heard any stories. You guys can let me know if you've heard of any with people using Blue Cruise that are having accidents. So yeah, so I guess I kind of want, I think people are banking on the Tesla system's going to work perfectly and flawlessly, and it's not always the case, as we've seen in some stories. Of course, some of these things we don't need to add in there, but then at that point, you're 51.5 for a Mach-E. It is all-wheel drive, dual battery or dual motor, but it is not extended range. Your range is limited there to 220 miles or something like that. So Tesla has the further range than the Mach-E. So, you know, what else can we, where can we go? You have to go up. So you'll notice no extended range and all option for the Select. So here's where Ford needs to, my opinion, let's get rid of the Select trim. So this is my opinion here. Get rid of the Select trim. Make it premium trim, right? Make the premium standard range trim, or even all-wheel drive. You got to make it 50. So lower the price about $5,000 on all these, right? So that you can be there. So that way you can go extended range, even if you're not all-wheel drive, even if you can go extended range rear-wheel drive for 55, that's where they need to be. And right now, that's 63.5. So they need to lower this about $10,000, in my opinion, so they can be there. Because the premium model comes standard with the Blue Cruise for 3 years of service and such. You have some fun colors, Vapor Blue, right? And you could even still go the Rapid Red for $500 versus $2,000 for Teslas. You know, if that was 10 grand less, now we'd be talking 54. So, by the way, Ford, I think, raised the price about 8 grand on the premium last year. You take that down to 8 grand, we're darn close to that. And even if I went with this instead and it was 8 grand less, now we're right at 55. So, you know, take it back to the prices it was last year, and now we'd be talking, and everybody would be really happy. Now we got a 310 range here, and then it gives you all the technologies that Tesla has. And then, you know, so if you want to Ford, if you want to compete with Tesla, you need to do that. You need to lower the price on these. Let's get rid of the Select altogether. Let's just make a Premium, a California, and a GT, or just scratch the California. Let's be honest, most of the people that we've had orders for, it's been the Premium or it's been the GT. Make 2 versions. Tesla did the same thing. Simplify it a little bit. We just need a Premium and we need a GT, and that's it. If you want to go to the GT, that Performance Edition, then you don't get the tax credit. That is on you. So that kind of thing. But we need to make this about $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 cheaper than it is right now, so that you can get into an extended range. You can get in a extended range all-wheel drive, even if it would be nice, or at least a front-wheel drive for under 55. You have to be able to do what Tesla's doing, which is, you know, theirs is a 330 range, all-wheel drive system, dual motor for under 55, right? And they need to compete with that. So I think the best way to do that is they need to get the Premium all-wheel drive extended range to 55 as well to be able to compete here. So they need to lower the prices back down to where it was. Not sure if they will. I'm noticing there are some dealers that are pricing theirs low. We have ours at MSRP. Even on the Premium, you can get the Night Pony package. You know, if they lowered it 10,000, I'd be able to get the Night Pony package. You know, man, that's going to look sweet. Get the Night Pony package along with, you know, extended range all-wheel drive, and I'm a happy camper. You know, hey, do I need the 20 more miles? I could probably live with it to be able to drive a vehicle looking like this versus one looking like the Tesla. And again, my opinion, my channel, I can have that opinion. So that's just my take on it. I mean, I'd be all in, you know, if you're really trying to get that $55,000 cap, $10,000 less, I can get a Night Pony package in a grabber blue like this, Blue Cruise, all those features. It has leather, it has everything I need for, it'd be 375. I'm under the cap. I'm happy. Let's move on and be able to do that. So that's what Ford, I think, needs to do. Right now, I think Tesla does have a step up on them because they have that version, although it's not one that I would want to buy. If I'm needing that tax credit and I'm needing to be there, you know, Tesla might have won there. Again, Mach-E looks so much better in my opinion. You know, Tesla probably has some different things with their autopilot, you know, service there, but yeah. So there you go. My take on it. So there's just a little bit of video there. Again, kind of my take on this thing, on, you know, talking about electrified vehicles, and we're looking at the SUV category. Really, we'll do a video as well on the F-150 Lightning and what Ford needs to do on that as well, in comparative to the only other truck that's on the market, and that's the Rivian R1T. So be looking for that video. I'll try to record that either next week. So be looking for that as we go into this series talking about different vehicles, and that'll bring us closer and closer to the auto show, and maybe show you some things that are available out there for EV for that as well. So hopefully you did enjoy this video and you liked it. If you did, smash that like button. I'd like to know all your input and comments. A couple different times in the video I did ask for your input on some things because I don't haven't driven a Tesla, and I don't know much about some of the technology on that because I didn't really research that. I've been to Ford Video Guy because I've been, wanting to know the Ford product really well, but I want to get to know some of this other stuff. So put those comments down below, and any input that you can help me with on that, I'd really appreciate it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this here as well. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we have another video. And don't forget to check out the videos on the Lawnmower Arthur YouTube channel. That's going to be linked down below. Actually, yeah, you can't have it up here. Yeah, go ahead. It's linked down in the description, so check that YouTube channel out, and come join me on a live stream on that channel on Tuesday nights with the input that I have in there as well. So again, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Another little vlog, another little session of what I think for these different vehicles. So hopefully you liked it, and to come back for another video on this channel. As the next video we'll talk about is the Lightning versus the Rivian R1T. Tesla doesn't have a truck yet, right? So we'll talk and compare those two. Can you get a Rivian under $80,000 for that price? And can the Ford has one, but can you get one? That's the other question. So we'll talk about that in the next video. Stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.